Hi, my name is Josh Bolan, and I'd like to talk to you today about how 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance, one of the greatest modern examples of corporate advertising. In other words, today we're going to be talking about Geico and the ways they try to convince you to give them money with how they advertise to the public. We will be exploring in depth a 30-second ad and how it masterfully executes an appeal to the need for affiliation, an emotional desire, as defined by Jib Fowles. First and foremost, what even is Geico? Essentially, it's a business where you send them money every month, and if something happens to your car, they pay for part of the damages. And they've built their business over the last 84 years around profiting off of these regular payments. Now, Geico spends over $1.6 billion per year on advertising alone. And in this recent ad campaign from 2020, featuring their mascot, the Geico Gecko, they joke about their slogan's origins, as you will see right now.
Did you know that Geico's whole 15 minutes thing, that came from me? Really? My first idea was, in 1/4 of an hour, your savings will tower. Over you, figuratively speaking. But that's not catchy, is it? That's not going to swim about in your brain. So I thought, what about 15 minutes, 15%? Serendipity.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
So let's talk about this. Whose money do they want, and how are they trying to get it? Starting with the who. This ad most likely is targeting a slightly younger audience. It stars a cute animated character, this anthropomorphized gecko with a Cockney accent. On top of this, the commercial uses a very ironic, postmodern sense of humor. This isn't just an ad, it's an ad about the ad itself being made. And this sort of meta sense of humor is most commonly found in the media of Gen Z and, to an extent, millennials. Not to mention, the primary demographic for selling auto insurance would be late teens and young adults, as they're the ones most often getting their first cars and lacking prior relationships with other existing auto insurance providers. Leading into the how of their argument. How is this meant to persuade somebody to buy their product? This is where Jim Fowles comes in. In his 1982 article, Advertising's 15 Basic Appeals, he describes, the 15 basic appeals of advertising, the core desires or subrational impulses that advertisers try to connect their product to in the mind of the consumer. And while many of these are at play here, the one we are going to focus on is the appeal to the need for affiliation, the desire to be in good company. Geico targets that desire here with precision. The gecko very intentionally has very large, very reflective eyes. This makes the gecko appear youthful, trustworthy. His accent is charming, playful. The Shakespearean drama with which he retells a tale of thinking of a simple slogan is silly, disarming. This is supported by the ad's comedic sensibilities. When used right, comedy is one of the most powerful tools for connection. It builds a sense of commonality, shared ideas, shared interests, camaraderie. What may at first seem to be the advertisers just having fun is actually their key play. It lures you in. You think they're making fun of advertising and you're in on the joke, which for a generation surrounded by ads and media, making them hyper-aware and hypercritical of when they are being pandered to, is a powerful drug. It's a false satire, one that Geico has been building for years. Many of you probably have been seeing these ads since before you could drive. This is a long-term investment Geico has made. They've upheld this public persona for years, instilling this information into the public mind. Fowles argues that the need for affiliation consists of desires to draw near and enjoyably cooperate or reciprocate with another, to please and win affection of another, or to adhere and remain loyal to a friend. The gecko, and by extent Geico, assert themselves as such. A friend, one you must remain loyal to implicitly. They give you insurance, a thing providing protection against a possible eventuality, like a friend. This is a strong appeal to pathos. They're your friend, they make you laugh, and they will protect you, according to the ad at least. It appeals to the basic human desire to belong and feel safe in a group. Nobody wants to feel alone. Effectively, Geico is disarming their target audience. No longer should they be defensive against the idea of a multi-billion-dollar corporation asking for money through long-term contractually obligated deals. They're friendly and you should want their services. The trouble with this is, why them? Why Geico specifically? Other than a talking lizard, what differentiates them from, say, State Farm or Allstate? What if you already have an insurance provider? Why switch?
15 minutes, 15%.
Not only is this slogan deeply familiar to so many, but it simultaneously argues for Geico and against its competitors. Why pay more when you could just switch to Geico? When 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. The key word there, of course, being could save you 15% or more. And 15% more than what? However, while they may not give out exact prices, they assure you, rather vaguely, that it is cheaper than the alternative. Your choices are car insurance from somebody else or car insurance from Geico, implicitly arguing that no car insurance is not an option. So buy from them. This logically supports the idea of purchasing their product, albeit a bit deceptively so. If you weren't already convinced, they're cheaper, you save money, adding repetitive logos to the mix, all of which is encapsulated within this simple slogan. Geico has been doing this for decades. Their use of pathos and logos, combining tightly crafted slogans with comedic, approachable writing, and a charming mascot, has helped make them one of the largest auto insurance providers in the country. The appeals to affiliation are strong here. In 30 seconds, Geico has created a profoundly effective advertisement with its firm grasp on methods of persuasive arguments in marketing. Thank you. That's all.